Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
A show about nothing. Two morons are talking. They both are really funny.
Good idea.
They just go with the flow. It's the Hershey and Keegs Show.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday night, 9 p.m. You know what that means?
What?
That means we're rubbing butts and touching nuts.
Yes, we are.
It is the Hershey and the Keegs Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are so excited to have you.
We are, and you got that monologue out correctly for the first time in about a year and a half. So good for you, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
God, we have a lot to cover. So let's get going, okay?
Yep.
We should start with we socialized. We did some. Mikey and Hershey did some off-campus socializing.
We had a field trip.
We did a little field trip. We, as much as I try to every year go see James Taylor at Jones Beach by myself, I keep on getting sucked in. Last year,
You're never gonna see James Taylor by yourself again.
Last year it was Tony, and it was Haft and his whole family. This year it was supposed to be just myself, and I did the best I could, but it wound up being Stacy and Keegs and Carla.
Oh yeah, and Les Deegan and Joey Cola.
All them. You know, Joey Cola makes a point of trying to avoid us every year. He knows that I'm at every single concert, and I post it. He wants no part of me, and I can appreciate that. That's fine. But this year, as much as I really wanted to, I was not able to avoid it. And I'll preface by saying that it was a great show.
It was a great
time. The show was great. But I'm going to do a little deep dive into why, with no disrespect to my wife, to Carla, to start by saying that we got there. Stacy and I got there a little early. We set up. We had a little sandwich from Fred's Deli, and of course, as I told Stacy, even though you were supposed to be there 20 minutes earlier than us, you showed up a half hour later
because Carla's Colombian.
Whatever reason, I don't know what that has to do with it.
Hispanic people are late for things.
Yeah, she had a cartel that she had to go visit. I have no idea why, but that didn't bother me. The truth is this: if literally nobody showed up other than myself, I wouldn't have been bothered. It didn't matter to me. I wasn't sitting with you, so there was no bearing whatsoever. At least I thought. So we get together and we a little hug and a drink and a sandwich, and Carla made some empanadas, and it was lovely.
Yeah, she did make empanadas for you. So be grateful.
And then I noticed that for the next 45 minutes, she's got her head buried in her phone. Now, there are people that I socialize with who do that, and I'm not a fan of that when I'm out socializing, but I knew that she's not the type to just randomly bury her head into a phone.
She kind of is, though, but this was something different.
But I didn't feel, because she likes hanging out with Stacy.
No, exactly.
She does.
It would have been more pleasant if she was hanging out.
She may not be a fan so much to hang out with me, which is fine, but she likes hanging out with Stacy, and she was literally, it was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, buried in her phone. And at some point around 7:15, because I knew I wanted to walk in by 7:30 because the line is long. The show starts promptly at like 10 after 8 usually, and he doesn't have an opener anymore, JT. So I'm like, Carla,
James Taylor.
Yeah.
Not Justin Timberlake.
No. I don't even refer to him. Justin Turner,
not Justin
Timberlake. It's JT, James Taylor. And I noticed that 7:15 comes and she's still got this real concerned look on her face. Yeah. And then next thing you know,
I'm used to her being in her phone, I didn't question it.
You didn't question it at all. But of course, I can't ever enjoy life, and I see this going on here. So I watch this. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, well, I never uploaded the tickets into my to my wallet, my Apple Wallet, and I'm trying to do that. And it turns into her not being able to find the email, and she can't find this and that. And the next thing you know, she's on the phone with someone literally from Pakistan, trying to track her tickets down.
I hear her because she called what I thought was a legitimate company, and
not legitimate.
Then I hear an accent, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Well, I
don't like to wax racist.
No, you're not a racist waxer.
No.
But when she told me, I said, well, who'd you buy the tickets from? This was like the day before. I'm like, was it SeatGeek, StubHub, Ticketmaster? She's like, no, I got them from Ticket Exchange, security.org. And I'm like, what? Like, what kind of fucking crooked bullshit site is that?
Yeah.
And then I went on and I'm like, oh boy, she definitely got hookered here. You know?
She got like the private suite.
Private suite,
They were $300 tickets.
At least about 600 miles away from the stage, but let's not get into talking here nor there. And then the guy actually guides her through the process, which I was shocked because...
And I'm listening to her guide. Listen, I work in technology.
Yes,
and
you do.
I see people get scammed all the time. And he's like leading her to a website. I'm like, he's gonna make her change a password to her
he asked her for a social, the whole thing.
But you know, at this point also, I'm pissed because I'm like, you could have done this yesterday and we would have gone through this.
Or any other day.
I'm like, you know what? Let her get scammed.
She had bought the tickets like 3 or 4 days before, so there was ample time.
Yeah.
But anyway, she finally gets it fixed. But by this time, it's like 7:30, and like Stacy's chilling, she's chilling, you're just sitting back, relaxed, and I'm like, you people don't understand. The line's going to be very lengthy.
You people don't understand.
It's going to be long, and he starts at like 8:10.
JT waits for no one.
He doesn't wait, and of course Stacy's like, there's so many people online, he'll wait, and I'm like, no. This is a 76-year-old man. He gives a shit about nothing. Yeah. He's going on at 8:10 regardless of whether you're in the fucking parking lot or not. Yeah. So again, overall wonderful time. Of course, on the way to the stadium, Stacy has to stop at the Zaxby's Bay bathroom. Yeah. So that was like 1 10-minute stop. Yeah. And then we get there, and the line. And be honest, the line was much longer than you thought it was going to be.
I've never seen it like that. I think it's because of the renovations that they made.
Whatever it was a massive line
never like that.
of the 4 of us and 75-year-old people galore, okay? We finally get in, and they're like, oh, let's go get a drink. And I'm like, no, you don't fucking understand. We're going to miss the show, and I'm going to miss the first song, and I'm going to be butthurt about it. Yeah. So we're online, and then the guy's like, oh, my machine's not working. So that guy, we had to get off of that line, and they finally get their drink, and I buy her a $23 Montauk IPA, and you're getting some sissy drinks. And then I'm like, we have to go. So we hug and kiss you guys. You leave. Stacy's like, oh, one more bathroom break. And I'm like,
oh, I didn't even know she went to the bathroom again.
One more bathroom break.
Was she?
She had you guys were drinking, and she had to go to the bathroom. Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
So we walk in, and song number 2 is starting, which means that the opener is I missed. So I'm already fucking twisted, bent, not happy. Obviously. So the show went on. We did get to see you guys. We hung out together at the break, the intermission.
And we saw your daughter's prom date that was working. We saw
my Samantha's prom date from years ago. Brandon gave us a free pretzel, the whole 9.
You got a free pretzel?
We got a free pretzel. We went back and we got one,
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't want you guys involved in that kind of shit. I was all twisted at that point. I told you guys I know the set list, and the last song that he plays right after Smiling Face is not a great song. So Smiling Face comes, exactly. It was the Love Boat with Gavin McLeod. Yeah. And he plays it, so I'm like, let's book. Let's get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. So this is, by the way, my wife, who is training for another marathon, who basically runs 26 miles a fucking day. We're not even like footsteps into the parking lot. And my goal is to get the fuck out of there because Jones Beach parking lot gets totally insane to get out of there. Yeah. And she's like on a tirade like, I ran 26 miles today. I can't run. Forget it. And like, of course, at this point, the whole world knows about it.
25, stupid.
So we do get out. We're not even 5 minutes onto the ride, and then you fucks are calling me. You're like, it's Carla, and I'm like, it's not going to be good, basically. No. She's like, do you know where our car is? And I'm like, no, I just saw your car. It's there. She's like, we don't see our car, and we're in trouble.
Almost 30 minutes it took us to find the car.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, like, am I going to have to fucking go back into this clusterfuck?
I was like, yeah, he's going to come back.
But I had noticed your car right as I walked into my car. Yeah. So unless it had gotten stolen in the time that...
It could have, and you should have come back.
I wasn't coming back.
You should have come back.
Let me tell you something. If I was coming back, it was going to be after I drove her ass home, got settled, changed, took a shower from being clammy from the whole fucking night. I would have gotten you guys around 1:30 a.m., and I would have had no problem with that. But I was not dealing with that Jones Beach traffic.
No, you should have. I would have come back for you.
It worked out. You guys
but we did leave at the same time that you told us to leave.
Yeah.
If it didn't take us 30 minutes to find the car, we were out.
You were out.
Now it took us 40 minutes to get out of the parking lot.
Right. So, but honestly, all things considered, you got to see James Taylor.
Yeah. And it was a great show. He was
great. As I told you, he starts out a little bit gravelly, but he gets there usually by third or fourth song. And for you never having seen him perform before, I assume you really loved it.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really amazing show. It was somebody I've wanted to see that I've never seen before. So.
Yeah, well, kudos to you for being there. So that was cool, though. We did have fun. Yeah. Aside from you guys being there, I had fun.
Yeah, thanks for not being an anxiety-riddled maniac all night.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, this guy. Jesus.
It's significant to me, man. Yeah. JT is significant to me.
If I may,
please.
Ticketbash.com. The guy does shows in here sometimes. Tell him you're from here, and I guarantee he'll do something nice for you.
Really?
Ticketbash.com.
Ticketbash.com.
His name is Vinny.
Yeah. Carla prefers anything that ends with a .net or
.nig, like Nigeria, not like...
Oh, my God. God in heaven.
No, because like Nigeria. No, because Nigerian scams.
Yeah, .au or something like
exactly.
that.
I didn't mean like
No, God in heaven.
Because Nigeria is where the scams are.
I, honestly, the fact that someone answered from Bangladesh at 7:30 at night on a Saturday, I was
like,
stunned.
This is a scam. And dude, I was so mad that she didn't get it the day before that I'm like, you know what? She's going to learn a lesson right now. I'm not going to intervene. I'm going to let her get scammed.
Yeah. Well, she didn't get scammed, thank goodness. She was a little lackadaisical in her uploading them to the Apple Wallet, but it worked out. We got in.
Worked out. We saw the show. It was and a great that was show.
Good. So that was great. I also wanted to start the show. What do they call it when people do videos and they eat something and then they talk about it? Is it a mukbang? What is it? What is it called?
Mukbang.
A mukbang.
Mukbang.
Okay. Well, you and I are gonna do a mukbang.
Want to do a mukbang?
Yeah.
I'll do a mukbang.
I don't. Again, is that right?
No, mukbang. Yeah.
A mukbang. Okay.
Mukbang.
So here's what you're gonna see right here.
Ooh.
This is not just Reese's peanut butter cups.
Nachos.
But not just Reese's.
I'm like,
these might as well be nacho peanut butter cups because it's fucking vile. So we have talked about this on the show before. That I'm not a fan of companies taking tried and true good foods and messing them up. Like, I'm fine if they never changed the 5 ice flavors that we had when we were a kid from the pizza place,
100%,
which was what? Rainbow,
cherry,
lemon, chocolate, vanilla chip, maybe. Like, that was like 1985.
But you know what? But they never have it. It's on the thing.
Yeah,
it's on, and you know, they don't even have the drawing of it. They have to draw the chips on it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And usually it looks like it's just dried ice in there. Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. Those are the best. Like Rouse, I love Rouse. I go there a lot.
That's fine.
But I miss just the old. That was the only option.
But over the years we've seen that like it's not just regular Oreos anymore. It's like try the new Oreo pickle dill flavor with horse shit in it.
Exactly.
We don't need that.
Like that one.
I don't. That one particularly.
That particular one I
you
don't
don't
like. Yeah.
Well, so we'll cut to the fact that
I love Reese's peanut butter cups. That's my favorite candy.
I'm a big Reese's peanut butter cup fan, and I'm not a huge chocolate lover, but Reese's peanut butter cup is my favorite. You know. Yeah. So. Show contributor, our friend Sue Galena.
I love Sue.
Yeah, maybe your friend better than mine. But she went with her family.
Look at my shirt.
45 and 47.
47.
I love it. I love it. Very cool. Sue and her family went to Hershey, PA for the weekend for a few days. And being the good friend...
There's a park there.
She didn't go to the park. They just drove around the city.
They went to 7-Eleven.
This is from Stewart's, actually. This is from the Wawa in Hershey. They didn't even know about the park.
Exactly, yeah. I'll tell them next time they go there. There's a giant park dedicated
that would have been information she could have been useful to know. But Sue came back, and as she does, she brought me... Her and I love peanut butter cups. So she brought me a regular pack of peanut butter cups, which has been long gone for a while now. But she also knows my disdain for companies fucking around with things that you don't fuck around with, you know? Yeah. So here we go. So this is Reese's peanut butter cups with potato chips, okay?
What?
There's no reason for it.
There's no reason for it.
I've never tried it.
Who was
ever.
Stoned one night and said, you know what, man?
I've never tried it, okay?
I love potato chips. I love Reese's peanut butter cups.
So we're going to do a mukbang. What is it called again?
A mukbang.
Mukbang. We're going to do a mukbang.
Mukbang.
And we're going to see... we'll be honest about it.
We will.
Okay?
It's a food review.
It's a food review, so...
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears. Nope. I just took a bite and I got a Lay's chip in here. I don't want it. I don't want this.
I don't want it. I didn't like it at first.
Yeah.
Before I got the flavor of it.
Yeah.
Now I got the flavor. I did not like the texture when I first bit into it. It's like when you bite into a fish and it's got a bone in it.
This is almost akin. Hold on a second. What the fuck?
Wow, you really don't like it.
You know when you go to the beach and you're really hungry, and then someone, obviously it wouldn't be me or you, but someone who enables moron losers like ourselves has packed sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, Mark, do you want the turkey and Munster with mayo? You're like, oh my God, I would fucking love a turkey.
Amazing right now, by the way.
And then, like wind is kicking up, but you can't have the self-control to not take a bite before the fucking tsunami stops.
Yeah.
So you take a bite of that sandwich, and in that bite, you have about 7 granules of sand.
Yep, exactly, yeah.
And you're fighting through the bite. So, like, yes, you love that combination of warm turkey, mayo, provolone, whatever it is.
Munster, you had me at Munster. I don't want to hear provolone now.
Munster, that's how you say it
Munster.
in Nazi Germany? Okay, Adolf.
Munster?
Okay. Heil Munster over there.
Munster cheese.
This is what I feel like I was fighting right now. To yes, of course, when you get the taste of the chocolate and the peanut butter, it's good. But
when I bit into it, though, it kind of made me cringe a little bit.
No, right now I am still crunching on a chip right now.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
I shouldn't be crunching on a chip right now.
Shouldn't be.
I'm trying to enjoy chocolate and peanut butter. I should not be crunching on a chip.
And I did go into this with an open mind today. I will tell you, I went into it with an open mind, but it's a fail. And Tony, if you want to take there's a half of it that's not touched on my end. If you want to take a bite of the not touched part and see what it's like,
you can mukbang with us.
I can mukbang with you.
You want to mukbang? And that's what he does.
Not the first time Mike asked me to mukbang.
Well, that's what
he usually says Mike bang.
Mike, it's called
because I'm not
called
Mike
bang.
Just take the side, and I'm not having any more of it.
Well, first of all,
yeah.
I brought you Buc-ee's.
You did, listen, and we know how that was.
That ruined chocolate and peanut butter for me for the rest of my life.
Forever.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Just take a bite of the outside.
I'm not going to like this because I'm thinking Buc-ee's already.
Yeah.
And I know Tony's very particular with food.
You are particular with food, and it's just not called for. That's all. That's my point.
Plus, the potato chip tastes stale.
That's another thing.
What that does.
That's another thing.
It compromises the texture.
Usually,
of the chip.
when you go to 7-Eleven and you buy a bag of chips, it says expiration date of October 4th or whatever. Yeah. These could be chips that have been in there for an eternity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
it definitely compromises the texture of the chip.
Total fail. I don't know if we're going to get into the mukbang business.
I think we should mukbang every week.
I mean, the truth is we need to try shit. So I suppose
I would try something every week.
The other. So she bought me 3 packs of peanut butter cups. The regular big size, which I devoured with joy. She got me these as well as a pretzel peanut butter cup. I did not bring those in today because I don't want to be egregious on the mukbangs in case they didn't work out well.
We'll mukbang it next week.
Maybe we will.
That I might like a little bit better than a chip pretzel because I do like chocolate-covered pretzels.
I will tell you that the reason why I didn't bring in the pretzel one was because I thought I might enjoy it more.
100%, yeah.
But I still wouldn't enjoy. There's no circumstance whatsoever that I would enjoy it more than a peanut butter cup.
It's like when they remake old classic movies. You don't have, and they ruin it. You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it.
You run out of ideas.
No.
Eat a friggin' peanut butter cup.
If you
know what caller brought me back from Hershey.
Yeah,
they went 2 weeks ago.
Just to the city,
they went to just the city. They went to it was an Exxon in Hershey.
Oh, the Exxon. Oh, the Exxon has a Tim Hortons in it.
Yeah,
I think.
Exactly. Yeah, they brought a donut from.
That's
the
one
Hortons.
on PA Turnpike.
That's right.
I think if you drive 5 miles, you can go to Hershey Park.
And if you drive 162 miles, you get to Buc-ee's.
It's longer than that.
Yeah. It's like 600 miles or something. It was the peanut butter cup. But it was in the shape of the Olympic gold medal.
You know what? You can shape a peanut butter cup any way you want.
Yeah,
I will eat it. Give me. It could be the shape. When Easter time, they give you like little. It's the pumpkins for Halloween.
Yeah,
a pumpkin peanut butter cup is
fine.
What?
It's something about the crinkle wrapper on the sides.
The ridges.
The ridges. The ridges on the sides of the.
The truth is, the real way to eat a peanut butter cup is to eat the outside. You take little mouse bites, and then you take the top. And then you have the peanut butter in there.
You're a friggin' maniac.
Right. Yeah. But I won't eat the rest of this, and I'm not standing on principle either. I'm just saying that I don't want it.
You don't enjoy.
So Good.
I'll finish it when the cameras go off.
Of course. We'll wait. We'll wait about 40 minutes. You're gonna have a fucking party. Yeah.
I'll tell you a cute little Juliana story when they went to Hershey.
Let's do it. To the city or the park?
Just the city.
Okay.
They went to Hershey Park.
Yes.
In Hershey, Pennsylvania.
They went to the actual park.
Coincidentally, it's in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Of course.
And they went a couple days before my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And they have an exhibit there where you make your own chocolate bar. So Carla goes, you know what, Juliana, it would be nice if you made Mike a chocolate bar. Because his birthday. You mean like
I think you actually can go and you have to put on like a little a hat.
Yeah, you put on like you're a factory worker. You're a Mexican.
So they pay you or you're a Colombian.
Yeah, exactly.
They pay you 42 cents for 2 hours.
Vamos.
Okay.
Trabajo, trabajo, muy trabajo.
The girls did that when we were in Hershey a few years ago. Max and I did not because he was running fucking amok after having 16 chocolate bars.
But Juliana was exploded from the sugar there. So Juliana goes, that's a great idea. His birthday's coming up. I'm going to make him a special chocolate bar.
Yeah.
So she brings the chocolate bar home. I open it up. It just says Juliana across it with pink glitter all over it. And I'm like, that's mine. That's the personalized Hershey bar.
That's what I got?
Like, maybe you won't like it. She goes, I'll keep it then.
What, you could have eaten it. What's the difference?
No. I threw it in her face.
Oh, good. That little, yeah.
I'm like, you ruined my birthday.
Right.
And you ruined probably the rest of my life because I was really looking forward to this.
They did. It's so funny. So he got a chocolate bar that said Juliana on it, and his own mother and father gave him a birthday cake that said Keegs.
That's right, yeah.
I'm like, what is going on here? You've lost your identity.
I have no identity. This is my identity here.
It's amazing.
Mukbanging with you two.
You transitioned into a identity-less lesbian.
Exactly.
At 41 years old.
Morphed into it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Amazing. Very cool.
Yeah, so that's
so that happened.
I took that chocolate bar and I threw it in a 9-year-old face. And I said, you ruined my birthday.
You buzz off, grasshopper.
Yeah, exactly.
You
said. Yeah. Gopher.
Very nice.
I need to point out here that
what?
President Donald John Trump is watching.
Oh, hi, Don. Thank you. Hey, 45. Hey, 45 and maybe 47.
And definitely 45 and definitely 47.
All right. I knew that this kid that's going to be helping us is going to help us get get growth. That's good. How you doing, Donald? How's everything?
Good.
Can you tell me, and I don't remember if we covered this last week, but we had a lot going on last week, and I don't think we got to everything. Did we make mention of you, Bear, getting engaged last week?
I don't think we discussed it at all.
I think that's really important that we do that. Tony, you remember if we mentioned it? That
I don't think we did.
I don't think you did.
Okay, so our dear friend from comedy, our fellow podcaster, he has a show called Dribbling. What is it called?
Dribbling Liquids.
Liquid Dribbles.
Liquid Dribbles. Yeah.
He does it with that Travis Grant, nice young man. Trevor Grant. It's called Treading Water Podcast.
No, Treading Water.
Yeah.
Travis Grant and Hugh Murray. Great podcast on this station here.
Yeah, and it's a great podcast. It's one of the best on the station.
Some might say the best.
Yeah, probably. Anyone who watches this show definitely says it's the best. But all kidding aside, Hugh is great. I know Hugh for a long time. Mikey does very close with you. Travis, they just do a super job. And very recently, Hugh proposed to his girlfriend, Marissa, who I happen to know for many years because she was my daughter's gymnastics instructor.
Gymnastics?
Gymnastics. Well, I was having a stroke and she saved me during the gymnastics class. No, she taught the girls gymnastics. So Anna's 19, Samantha's 21. I would say like 15 years ago when they were little.
That's awesome.
So she's a great kid. The fact that Hugh is now dating her for the past couple of years, it's really nice. You know, she's kind of helped him stay on the straight and narrow, which is important because we love Hugh Bear.
We know he was not straight before that.
He was not straight or narrow.
He was kind of narrow.
She's a great kid. She always was when I knew her, and then I can only assume that she still is a wonderful person.
They are awesome. I love the two of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Hugh was my first friend in comedy.
Yeah. You and Hugh have a great relationship.
And you know, I ran into her parents the other night.
Oh, you did?
Parents, yeah.
Did they come to the show?
No.
Oh,
I ran into them at a Rod Stewart tribute concert.
Oh, did you? I saw that you posted
I did.
that.
I went to the one over
at that dump
at Tony's favorite place in Massapequa.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
how did you know? Did they know it was you, or you knew it was them? Or?
They started talking to my mom because my mom's probably trying to sell them real estate or something.
Right. Exactly. What a surprise that your mom is talking to someone anywhere.
I know. Right, exactly.
Right.
And must have said something about comedy, and the girl goes, "Oh, my son-in-law does comedy," and she goes, my mom goes, "Who?" She goes, "Hugh." I goes, "No way, Hugh Murray." And she goes, I thought I recognized your son because she had come to a show a few weeks ago.
Of course.
So then, so we met them, and they were very nice, and the show was very good. And
so she was like, "So your son is Fat Jay?" Oh no, never mind. It's
he does that joke about blimping ain't easy.
That's right. So that's so cool that you had a chance to get to talk to them.
They were very nice, and they're excited for Hugh and Marissa. We're excited for them.
So I have to tell you, this is just listen. I will definitely, I will knock myself down a couple of pegs when I have to, but this is a typical Mark Hirschman happenstance. So I start the thread. We have a group thread. It's me, Trevor, Travis, Hugh, and Mikey. And it's
Trevor
just like
and Travis?
It's like a fun little, just whatever, comics, guys, whatever. I take the short end of it a lot on that thing because I'm 50.
Travis likes to mess with you.
Yeah, he does, and that's cool. I mean, I'm 35 years older than all of them, basically on the thing. But it's cool. I try to hang,
Yeah, and good sometimes.
So. Of course.
Hello, fellow youngsters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, so I, of course, in my typical passive-aggressive way, start making references to the wedding and that how I'm not going to be invited and like, hey, wouldn't it be great if if Carla has a gig and she can't make it and I could just go as Mike's +1 and nobody's responding to it. And Hugh, at one point, he's like, "Let's just see how it goes." Like this.
Well, we were talking about it in another thread.
Is that true?
Is he really going to keep? No.
Oh my God, no! Because you could tell, and certainly I don't merit an invite. I'm sure to Hugh's wedding.
You do. Nah. You've been on your podcast.
Well, but I'm just saying, I love Hugh, and Hugh likes me. We get along. But I love you so much. But it was just so funny how it wasn't Hirsch, what are you kidding me? Of course you're going to be at my wedding.
I was expecting
it was
that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, let's just see how it goes.
If Carla gets hit by a truck or something.
He's like, what else is happening? He segued right out of the conversation. Yeah. So I knew, at least I know though where I stand. I know where I stand, that I'm not getting invited to that wedding. And you know what? And I don't belong there probably, but it certainly would have felt good.
You're gonna look at the entire guest list.
Oh my God!
You're gonna make me tell you everybody that's at the wedding.
So I will tell you, and this is not talking out of school. Actually, it is talking out of school, but who gives a fuck? We had about 6 months ago, or maybe even a year ago not a year ago, probably in the wintertime, we had legendary Long Island comic John Ziegler on the show. Fought cancer, battled it, stared it down in the face, and thank God he is doing well physically. Well, after the show... after the show, Ziegler held court for about 2.5 hours outside. I had hypothermia by the time I was done. And Ziegler, it was funny. Once he finally left, we had a laugh about it, that he went through the list of, I had an A list for my wedding and a B list and a C list. Yeah. And at no point was there any reference to me being invited to the wedding.
He goes, I had to invite some open micers because some of the tables
He's like, there was one kid that came to an open mic once in 11 years ago. And I'm like,
I see what's going on because I'm looking at Mark's face and I know what kind of neurotic maniac Mark is.
In my mind, I'm like, even if you weren't going to invite me or you have no reason to, just say it.
Just say. Or don't mention the wedding around somebody that was not invited to the wedding.
But the wedding had already passed for months. Yeah. It was over. So you might as well say, Hershey, you were right on the cut. You were right, nothing.
Yeah, you almost made it.
He just bowled through. Yeah. He mentioned names that literally haven't been on the comedy scene in 15 years.
You almost made it. If a rocket hit Coaster's open mic, you would have been there.
And I just think, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I give him a little credit for the fact that he obviously had
not give a shit.
Didn't give any shits about me at all that time. Yeah. So I feel like Hugh has put it out front right now that I'm not going to be at his wedding 100% unless Carla gig
something happens. Something terrible might happen to her.
No. Hopefully nothing happens terrible. Speaking of terrible,
before we continue, I do want to before we get to the end of it, I do want to mention
the end of what? The show's another half hour.
No, I know, but I want to get it before people start tapering off.
Yeah.
That tomorrow is the day.
Well, you should have done it 19 minutes ago then.
tomorrow's the day my album is coming out, so I do want to mention it on the show here.
Let's talk about that.
While I crack open a Prime that was left here by
Beery.
Steve Beery, owner of Mr. Beery's.
Let's do that. So this show is sponsored by Mr. Beery. Yeah.
Yep. And I will say, I'm not going to talk about it too much on the show because I don't want to take up too much time.
This is what our show is for. Our show is to promote your comedy career.
Thank you.
And Tony's thing that he does.
Tony's thing, yeah.
So go ahead. What do we need to know?
2 years ago, almost to the day, I recorded a comedy special, not 15 feet away in the Giggle Room.
Giggle Room, great little comedy room.
Great room, went great, sold out. A lot of friends and family there.
Mm-hmm. I remember it well.
Produced by...
I wasn't even there. How terrible is that?
I know.
Go ahead. Keep on going.
This is what it's all about. And you're fucking sitting home 10 minutes away watching Max clip his toenails.
Dude, there was an All in the Family episode I've only seen 600 times. I had to watch that. Meathead. I'm like, I'll be at the show in a few minutes.
So you were there in spirit.
Yeah.
And it was produced by... John Moses and Tyler Morrison, a couple of comedians that originated in Canada, and they produce it. They have a record label.
Yep.
And tomorrow is finally the release date. It's going to be out on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, everything.
Yeah, Mikey.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm very excited
That's
about it.
so cool, bub.
So yeah, I'm gonna put up everybody that's listening. I'm gonna put it up everywhere tomorrow. Just please download it. Please share it with everybody you know. Because I do want to hit the #1 iTunes album tomorrow.
That would be sick.
For download. So please download it. Please share it. I'm going to probably put it up around 9 a.m. and then 9:05 a.m. and then 9:15 a.m.
Good. Just keep on plastering it. Put it on the Herschy and Keegs, all the Herschy and Keegs, Instagram, TikTok, the whole thing.
So just please everyone keep an eye out for it. And then in a couple months, it's actually going to be on Sirius XM.
Beautiful.
Wait,
is the whole special going to be on or just little clips?
On Sirius, they're going to probably play clips because it's all chopped up into I think there's 18 different tracks.
Okay, so is that like is it 18 bits or 18 chunks?
It's 18 bits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the name of the album is Sexy Potato.
Okay.
I'm not going to ruin the joke, but there's a joke in there about it.
We can't imagine why that name would come. Where that name would come from?
Who could even imagine? Yeah. Who could even imagine? But. Keep an eye out for it. Share it. Download it as much as you can tomorrow. And
I know that it means a lot to you simply by the fact that you're going to actually post and share it, which is something you've never done with this show once in 2.5 years. So the fact that you are going to
monetize the show and then I'll share it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that would be helpful if you can contribute a little. But I say just tomorrow take over the Facebook page, the Insta, the TikTok, the YouTube, and just blanket it.
Yeah,
and why not do it every 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'm
just kill it.
I'm gonna annoy people with it tomorrow, so
we'll share it out. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So keep an eye out tomorrow, probably around 9 a.m.
So when you say that you want to get the number, is that a legitimate chance to get the #1?
Yeah, because there's comedy albums out on iTunes right now from famous comics that have been out for months.
Okay.
But, probably maybe like 100 or 200 people are going to download theirs tomorrow. But, 1,000 people could download mine tomorrow. And it's probably
let's kill it. I'll be on top of that tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just blow it out, man. Yeah. That's amazing. From that, I'll segue into some things that make you an awful person.
Okay. Perfect.
Such a good segue that I have some things. I just Mike just snuck a peanut butter chips cup. That's it.
Now I'm gonna vomit.
That's it. Mike one of the old Reese's peanut butter stale chip cups. So the peanut butter cup is fresh. The chips are from 1997 though.
Chips are terrible.
Yeah, but you can taste the goodness of the peanut butter cup. Obviously, just a couple of observations, and I noticed these things happen, and I think probably before we had a podcast together, I would probably text you like, you're just a terrible person. But now I don't do that because it's a good avenue for me to talk about things that I notice that you do on the show.
Yeah.
It makes for good yucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yuck.
So these are not scripted. This is nothing, not a joke. You know how people post on social media, and if you're friends with them, you can see. You can see what is that going on here? You can see like, oh, Mike Keegan posted on that, or there was an article about Tony Danza and who's the boss, and whatever.
When I posted on that Tony Danza thread,
was that another one? I didn't even see that one. So there was an article the other day in one of the publications that was on. I had a Facebook article that said the oldest person alive, 117 years old, in I think it was Berlin, passes away, and that's like the title of the article. Tragic. And I see a comment from Mike Keegan. What was it? Skydiving? And it's not in good taste. It's not in good taste.
And
it's disrespectful.
It's not like I'm putting it there for like all my friends to see. Like,
No. It's just you. What you're doing is it's nothing to do with your friends at all, because no one's seeing it except me.
Nobody's
probably.
Gonna see it. I don't know how you even saw it. Yeah.
But what you're doing is you're a little nudnik, so you're looking to irritate the thousands and millions of people that are subscribers to USA Today or whatever it was, and they all just start annihilating you.
Well, to be fair, they didn't say the cause of death.
Well, it didn't. They didn't. You're right. Yeah. You're definitely right about that. There's no question about it.
I'm curious like a cat.
Yeah. So
I want to know how she died.
But I'm just saying, like, that is, God, it's just exhausting. And sometimes Mike will do this, but it'll be I'll get tagged in it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Mike is part of these. You're part of many, many, many different Facebook groups. Some of them are weird. Some of them are like, whores with two toes, like taking the sphincter, like weird shit. And I told you that, you know that I've been on your Facebook before and I get weird messages. Yeah. But a lot of the groups that you're on are just to enhance your comedy career. So it's different, like people posting mics and shows and things like that. And I don't know what page it was, but somebody, and I don't even know who this person was, it said, and I'll read it verbatim, looking for a funny / gay / lesbian comic to do 10 minutes at a show. And then Mike just tags me, and then but he doesn't say anything. He doesn't it's just my name.
I'm like Andy Kaufman. It's like for my own personal.
Yeah, but so then I'm getting messages from people like,
you're a gay comic?
I'm like, no, they're like, are you open? And I'm like, well, what is this about? And then they're like, oh, you're this guy Keegan had tagged you, and then I just stopped corresponding.
I was just trying to get you some gigs.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
No problem.
You give a shit about my gigs at all. You're a heathen. You're an absolute heathen.
It's literally for my own amusement that I do this stuff.
Oh my God, just a total heathen.
Did you get the gig?
No, I'm gonna be doing it 10 minutes. I'm working as a lesbian actually that day. Yeah. So one thing we forgot to cover, by the way, is that you one of the reasons why you were late the other day is that you and Carla and the baby went to, and I still don't fully understand. I just know it sounded like something I would like to be at. You went to some sort of Asian festival in Forest Hills, Queens.
The Dragon Festival.
So tell us a little about the Dragon Festival, and then I think we have something to show. I believe a clip that
there was some video from it, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you actually did work for the show today.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't remember. So tell us about the Dragon Festival without jokes. Just tell us.
No, it's serious. It's a really cool thing. It's in Forest Hills. They do it every year. It's either called the Dragon Festival or the Panda Festival.
Okay.
We went there thinking
it was some sort of Asian-related animal.
Yeah. Well,
you can't even not be racist.
No, I'm not even trying because when we got there, it said Dragon Festival, but there were pandas everywhere. So we told Juliana, "Do you want to go to the Panda Festival?"
Yeah, sure.
But then we get there, and it said, "Welcome to the Dragon Festival." But every mascot was a panda. There's
what is it?
Panda,
It's just
like, waving
it's
at people.
Asian people with food, and what is it?
It's all kinds of different Asian food stands and novelty gifts and stuff.
Okay.
And jewelry.
So
like
crafts,
a fair crafts, Asian crafts.
So like there's different, like an egg roll station. There's
whoa.
Carla told me that there was different type
I think there was an egg roll
station. Then there's like dumpling station.
They had soup dumplings. They had all kinds of noodle stations.
Okay.
They had the Juliana's favorite thing is the tangulu.
Okay.
And they're like it's like fruit dipped in sugar.
Okay.
Liquid sugar. And,
sounds delicious.
It really is delicious.
Yeah.
And then they had cotton candy. She made an Elmo shaped cotton candy, which was
that was fun.
Yeah, because she didn't have enough sugar.
Just out of curiosity, how much did you guys drop financially? Was it a couple $100 event?
Probably. I mean, no, actually no, because the only thing we bought a Mongolian beef stick that me and Carla shared.
That must have been ridiculous.
Oh, so good, dude! It was a beef stick that was like this big.
How much?
And it was like $6. It was
What?
It was phenomenal. It
Oh
was
my
huge
God!
And flavorful and tender and juicy.
So they can fit one cat on a stick.
One cat, dude. It didn't even say. It said meat stick. It didn't even say what kind of meat.
It didn't even say Mongolian. You just made it sound like that.
It was like no meat I've ever had in my entire life, but it was delicious.
It was good.
It was delicious.
Was it like a barbecue taste or like a?
It was more of like it was like
It must have been delicious though.
Yeah, it was like almost like a very crispy barbecue.
Okay.
But it was just so tender inside and juicy. And then
$6.
$6, and then I had another $6 just barbecued squid.
Okay.
On a stick.
All right. So at least it was identified. Yeah.
And then Juliana had some noodles, and she had the tangulu and the cotton candy. So we didn't spend a lot of money. It was just nice to walk up and down. But there's a lot going on. Yeah. They have a stage.
Right.
Where these Asians go crazy for karaoke.
Yeah, so I did know that because we used to go to a karaoke place in Queens that was run by an Asian family, and there was like 20 rooms. So yes, I did know that.
They do like the private rooms.
Yeah,
the Asians love karaoke. Yeah. I think that's where it originates. Isn't that like a Japanese word?
I would assume. I mean, it doesn't sound Yiddish. So
exactly.
Okay.
But as I'm walking, we're walking, and they want to see everything.
Yes.
And I just stop short, and I see an Asian man get up to sing karaoke, and I love watching Asian people do things.
And the fact that you stopped and videoed felt to me like it was a mock job.
No, it was not a mock job.
It wasn't.
It was not a mock job.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay,
because you'll see how good he was. And this, I'll also preface it by saying, I lost them for almost an hour because I stopped to tape this.
Okay, so
and they just kept going. I didn't even tell them I was stopping.
So you just stopped because you're obsessed by the fact that there's an Asian man ready to sing. What song is this now?
He did Sounds of Silence, but not even the Simon and Garfunkel one.
No,
the Disturbed version of Sounds of Silence.
Okay,
and dude, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I need this, and I need to put this on the show and make this person famous.
Okay, let's go ahead and see the Sounds of Silence by Chiang Kai-shek.
Chiang Kai-shek, and it's actually called the Sounds of Sirens. It's a cover.
So he did the Disturbed version of Sounds of Sirens?
Sounds of Sirens. Okay. Because I guess we're like outside in Queens, so you hear sirens.
That would have been good.
I hear the sound of a sirens. But let's listen to this because it is my heart melted.
The silence.
Oh, okay.
So.
In restless streets I walk alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Narrow streets of cobblestone.
Hearing an Asian man try to say cobblestone made my whole day.
Yep.
I turn my collar to the cold and dim. When my eyes were stiff, was a flash of a neon light.
Okay, all right.
Neon right.
Just kiss the night and touch the sun. Those sirens.
Oh yeah.
10,000 people.
10,000 people. I felt like he was doing this just for me.
Yes. You should have got him on stage with him.
I wanted to so bad.
Oh, he
does. He hit that falsetto.
Yeah. Good. Right.
Of sirens. A siren's like a cancer grow.
That's terrific. That's
and
really
dude,
terrific.
He was phenomenal. He was
what a good person.
A good person. Friend. Yeah, he's my new buddy. But he really did a great job. And,
he did. Yeah, that's the best version of Sounds of Sirens I've ever heard.
Same here. But I stopped dead in my tracks, and they kept going, and this place was packed.
So it looks it looks enormous. It looks like a very large space that you were in.
It's a huge festival, yeah.
Yeah. Is it mostly Asian people that are at the festival or no?
It was like 90% Asian and then 10% Hispanic and then
me. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so funny, like Carla, I lost them for like a half hour literally.
Right.
Carla comes up, she's like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "Oh, an Asian man was singing Sound of Silence." She's like, how old are you?
That's right.
Like
that's amazing.
Like she knew exactly. She's like, "You're gonna put it on the podcast, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Don't make fun of it. You're gonna get in trouble." And I put it on the podcast.
I don't feel like we were making fun of anything, though.
Like,
I really don't feel like we're making fun. And the truth is, like, what if this guy goes viral like Haktua Girl went viral, like, and people saying, well, they're making fun of you, Haktua. Well, Haktua is worth like $3 million now.
100%. Exactly. This guy's going to get famous because he's on our show.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of, by the way, because I've taken this personally now that people continue to bash this Haley Welch girl because she's a no talent, blah, 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 blah. But how come none of these people who are bashing her left and right ever published the fact that she has donated, I believe, $250,000 to animal foundations?
That's what pissed me off because she threw out the first pitch at Citi Field before the Met game.
That's the one I was like, I was tweeting at people and getting pissed off.
People like, this is disgusting. There are children there, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But the proceeds were going towards dog.
Dog relief.
Dog relief or something.
They're helping dogs relieve themselves. Just pay to let the dogs piss on themselves.
Exactly.
No, she has donated, from what I read, $250,000 to help, I guess, strays and things like that.
She's a good kid.
All these people who are these politicos or whoever else is bashing her, who probably haven't donated a goddamn dollar in their lives. Yeah. And this is a girl who literally comes from squalor.
Comes from nothing. Her mother's a
crack addict. She's a crack baby. Yeah. She said that she's a crack baby.
It came from nothing.
And she's donating money like that, as opposed to hoarding every penny where you think that someone like that would.
You could tell she's a nice person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I've watched multiple interviews with her. She seems like a nice kid, and she has her head on straight. And
she really does.
You know what?
Somebody who seemingly had a tough upbringing.
I don't give a shit what she did to get to that. She made one silly comment on a video.
It was funny,
and she wasn't even trying to. She wasn't trying to capitalize on anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like some famous podcast. It was funny and goofy.
She fell backwards into it.
Good kid. Yeah, exactly. And I'm happy for her. I hope she makes $20 million.
And she'll keep on donating to dogs and their relief.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So good for her, and she's going to come on our show. I confirmed this a little while ago, just because I don't know the people, so I was a little bit concerned if we should be advertising it or not. But someone that you and I have been following on TikTok for a while now, it looks like we have them secured for our guest next week.
Yes.
Next day with Tony's show. But beyond that, we were never like waiting here for someone. Like, I think we were afraid that Steve Summers wasn't going to call in, but he did.
That worked
out. We were afraid that Frank the Tank wasn't going to call in.
He loves us. He came on last week.
Apparently, we have TikTok famous Big Al and Vicky coming on. So for those of you who don't know who Big Al and Vicky is, just go ahead and look on TikTok. Big Al and Vicky, that's their name. Yeah. And essentially...
And as soon as you see him, you'll know who he is because it's been a viral meme.
Yeah, they have multiple 100,000, if not more, followers. And essentially, this is a couple. I mean, I believe she's Greek, he's Italian, probably in their 50s or 60s.
They're fun. They're so much fun.
And they're adorable. And basically, most of the videos are done in their swimming pool in their house in Queens. Yeah. And essentially, her quest is to get him a little bit healthier because he's a little bit of a bigger fella. And she's always cooking things for him, and she makes him taste it. What happened?
Is that not them?
That's no, that's Vicki Lawrence.
Well, yeah, that's I googled Big Al and
Lawrence
Vicky.
is coming
Vicki
on.
Lawrence, Mama from Carol Burnett show.
Big Al and Vicky, and that's what came.
Thank you so much, Anthony Stabile, for
Vicky. And Carol Burnett's on the week after. So we have Harvey Korman's wife coming on. May he rest in peace.
Tim Conway's coming on.
You're going to find Big Al and Vicky. They're not like world famous, but they're TikTok famous. If you type in Big Al and Vicky TikTok, you'll see who they are.
Like food reviews, they do.
So Big Al, that's Big Al up there. There's that picture of him right over there. Yeah. Essentially, people who are from New York, especially someone like me or you who are from Nassau County or Queens or whatever, we very much relate to a Big Al and Vicky because he talks like an Italian guy, and but people throughout the world are not really, they get a real big kick out of the things that he says. So essentially what happens is she'll cook him something and he'll taste it and he'll say, fabulous, spectacular.
Spectacular.
Give me 14 of those.
Give me 14 of those, and spectacular.
So people go crazy over the fact of, I'll take 17 of those.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll make him like a pineapple fruit bar, and he'll eat it. Like, give me 14 of those. Yeah. So anyway, we really do hope that they show up next week.
And we may have another surprise. Yes. Carla may be cooking so he can review something that she makes.
Okay, that would be amazing there. But yes, you just find who it is. I happen to...
Actually coming in?
They're supposed to be coming in. Well, because we know we're having a little studio issue with the Zoom, so if they only live in Queens, if they could come in, I happen to find them so endearing and lovable.
I love watching
them. So is it cool that someone who has viral success is coming in here? Yes. But just watch the dynamic between them. They are so freaking adorable, and she loves him so much.
Yeah, just
and
like
the
us.
daughter, it's kind of like that, but funny and successful. Their daughter's on the show. They have a little dog that runs around, and she refers to her husband as Cuppy.
Yeah.
And Cuppy is short for cupcake. And they're just cute as hell. Yeah. So I'm really hoping that that they come on, because we would have a total blast with them.
We'll have a lot of fun with
them. We're hoping that happens.
And they'll share my album on their TikTok page.
Definitely share it, and that will be a very big thing for us.
Yeah.
We touched on this last week, by the way, and I forgot to say it, but you had you did something that was very funny, actually.
Really?
2 weeks ago. Yes, that was a lot of comics got a kick out of it when Angel Salazar, legendary comic, Scarface actor, been a governor a trillion times. When he had passed away, everyone and their mother posted pictures of them and Angel
Salazar.
Al, you know what it was? They posted pictures of Al Salazar, and everyone's like, "It was Angel that died."
Yeah, it's Angel that, not Al, his brother.
Yeah. But you wrote something that was very funny, because you're never afraid to go ahead and go at someone's throat, as I'm not either.
Yeah.
But you wrote what you learned about Angel Salazar is that he would let anybody open for him, which I thought was very funny.
Because I've seen like all these open micers who met Angel Salazar, did a guest spot, and I'm like, he wasn't your friend. Shut up.
Yeah, he wasn't. People love to do that, but. One thing I did not mention, which I don't know, I guess because what did we have last week that we got caught up in a bunch of shit last week. Did we have
Carla
a guest
came in?
Oh, that's what it was. Carla came in.
It was my birthday.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Day.
I knew it was something not important,
my special day.
but that took
Look
a lot
at that.
of time.
There's the artwork for the album there.
Sexy Potato. But what
available tomorrow on iTunes.
I love it, baby. That's a great picture. It's
I will
amazing.
give credit. Steve Perillo made that.
It's perfect. It's seamless. You can't even tell that your head's not actual on there. The funny thing is, which I never mentioned, is that my father, who we've talked about plenty of times on the show, Papa Hersh, his favorite comic was always Angel Salazar. He loved Angel Salazar, yes.
Really?
And I got a chance to introduce my father to him years ago, and it was pretty cool. My father, he gave him a big hug. My father loved Angel.
Really?
Because Angel's been around forever.
And just an over-the-top kind of...
Yeah, a very big personality with a lot of...
You got to love the guy. He had his flaws.
Yes.
He was a flawed human being.
But I will tell you, though, when he treated my dad like my dad was like an A-class celebrity. You know what I mean?
That slipped in a little bag of coke.
A little bag of hashish. Yeah, but rest in peace, Angel Salazar, because the bottom line is the amount of guys like that are becoming less and less, and he's a comedic legend for all of his foibles.
Yeah, but he's what you would picture a legendary road comedian, just a road dog, just on the road.
Yeah,
I know when he comes here to govern, he sleeps in the green room.
That's right. He's still in there now, which is
there right
awkward and uncomfortable for all of us.
And just a road legend.
Yeah, he's a road
comedian,
dog.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to Angel Salazar, and maybe he's up there with Papa Hirsch, having a couple of chuckles, and that would make me really happy if that's the case.
Yep.
So, all right, guys, we're here. We're at the end of the show. Mikey, anything that you want to push other than the album, or
nope?
That's it right now.
Download the album tomorrow.
That's it. Okay.
On Amazon Music, it says it came out August 19th.
Yeah, that's when they uploaded it. But I'm trying to release it tomorrow just to get all the downloads and stuff tomorrow. So it's officially released tomorrow. But August 19th was the day that they called me and told me it was actually.
Thanks for letting us know that no one's watched it in 3 weeks, Tony.
I didn't say
that.
Well, we wanted it that way. We didn't want to mention anything about it. I didn't even mention the name of the album until today.
All right, so tomorrow is the hot release though. Anthony, what do you have coming up? I know you do have a couple of things that are pretty imminent, actually.
I am just thank you. I'm just pushing the Nassau County Special Needs Unit from the PAL. We have a yard sale this Saturday from 10 to 3 at the Town of Oyster Bay Athletic Center in Hicksville.
Okay.
A lot of donated items that were put up for sale. 100% of the proceeds go to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit.
So I will make this very clear right now, and this is not hyperbole. That's a new word that I hear a lot, and I want to use because I like it. Yeah. I'm not even sure what it means exactly, but I'm going to just say it. Assuming that I'm around on Saturday, I know Max has a tournament, it looks like, so we don't know the times yet. But if there's a window in between 10 and 3, I will 1,000% be over at some point.
Thank you, pal.
To the tag sale.
And make sure you let me know because I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go. Again, we are at that facility very frequently. Max has been in camp there for, I think this is his 5th year. Yeah. 5th and last year. He actually aged out this summer. But Max has been there every summer. We know the good people over there. And this sounds like a great event. Tone, say again where the proceeds are going to?
The Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit.
Okay, so that money goes to helping people with disabilities and things like that.
The special. So you have PAL. They're all. Each town has its own PAL with their sports programs and other sorts of programs.
Yeah.
Well, the special needs unit is countywide. It's all over Nassau. In fact, it's the only special needs unit for PAL in the whole country.
Is that right?
That's incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm the president. I've been the president for almost 5 years. And, we put together sports programs for our special needs community. We put together some other life skills programs. We put together some social events like fishing. And so, so the proceeds just allow us to keep doing those things.
So people are bringing little knickknacks from the house?
Well, the items have already been donated.
Okay.
So there's clothes. There's actually... One person donated, I forget if it's 2013 or 14, a football signed by the whole either 13 or 14 Jets team.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a solid $10 that will go towards the foundation.
I actually did wonder that. They didn't win anything that year, so I don't know if it's worth anything. But.
No, but it's still for
Chad Pennington.
For a Jet fan, though, that's a neat little piece, though.
Yeah.
So...
You're a neat
all right,
piece.
like I said, as long as I'm not out of town, I will 100% be there with Max.
We're going to support it, and we'll spread. So
anyone who's around on Saturday, please go to this because it sounds like there's going to be some cool things. And again, next week we plan on having Big Al and Vicky. Hopefully that works out. And please make sure that you download, you watch Mikey's show, you share it, you tell your friends because that could be a big help to all of us. Okay,
and review it also. Leave a 5-star review. Review it even if you hate it.
Yeah, well, not if. But all right, folks. Thanks for watching and listening. Like it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, dude. I'm excited. I've never seen your stuff before, so looking forward to it. So have a great night, guys. We'll see you next week, and thank you for being part of the show. We appreciate it. Good night.
Good night.